Hello and welcome back to another edition of Balance Me the Web series. Today I want to talk about some of the best ways for you to stop being your own worst critic. So if I asked if you were your own worst critic, would you most likely say yes? I bet you would. And you know, this can come in a variety of forms, and perhaps it's a manifestation of some of your negative thoughts, or maybe the self-limiting belief that you're unable to accomplish the things that you desire, or that certain outcomes in your life might not just be possible. So this is probably one of the most difficult parts of our thought process to fix and maintain on a regular basis. So how do we adjust this? The first thing to do is to try and consciously catch yourself limiting your outcomes with negative or unproductive thought patterns. If you find yourself saying things like this in your own head, I'm not smart enough to do that, or maybe I'll never have a lot of money, then you're absolutely getting in your own way when it comes to improving your own situation. So when you find yourself having these limiting beliefs or negative thoughts, the best way to enable change is to use the powerful concept of replacement. This enables substituting certain negative thoughts, actions, reactions, situations, and other self-limiting behaviors with ones that produce positive results. This is a game-changing technique, and you'll be on your way to making small changes that can equate to remarkable improvements across your life. So let's talk about that. So, for example, instead of saying, man, I feel terrible, say, I feel great. At the moment, you might not feel the best that you've ever felt, and the irritable feeling won't magically go away in an instant. But by reminding yourself and reinforcing a different and more positive thought process, you can begin to create a positive outcome when it comes to your own general sense of well-being. Eventually, it'll help you train your mind to understand that you can achieve the results that you desire. So, let me give you a more detailed example of that same scenario. And we're going to talk about a girl named Amy. And Amy has friends who run marathons, and she thinks that she'd be interested in running one too someday. But she says to herself a lot, I'm overweight. There's no way I can run a marathon. And by continually telling herself this, she's subconsciously removing the desire to even jog in short, tolerable intervals. Now, if Amy instead said to herself, I can run a marathon, then regardless of her ability to do so, she might actually think at the most minimal level that she can. So thus being able to begin training by maybe distance walking, and then gain enough confidence to try jogging a few blocks. Then by replacing the ultimate goal with increasingly attainable steps, she's enabling a path towards a larger task of in-depth training necessary to complete the 26-mile race. Now, another example I run into quite a bit when I speak to individuals is the desire to open and manage their own business. I hear statements such as, I don't think I could ever do that, or maybe it's just not the right time for me to start a business. Now again, these are self-limiting beliefs. You know, the fact is that anyone can achieve this goal in a very short period of time, and the magical right time is never going to come. So you can create unlimited excuses as to why now is not the right time to do what you really want to do in life. But whether, and you know, in the end, whether you've been planning and saving for the moment of opening a business for years or just for maybe the last 2 weeks, it's still going to require steps into the unknown. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be prepared. In fact, please do be prepared. Just understand that with every choice, you have an action or an excuse. I like to call this ACE. So you have actions, choices, or excuses. And you can see that your choice is centric in the ACE formula. So you can either choose an action or you can pick an excuse. but you're going to do one of the two. That's the most boiled down way to look at these things. So if you think about everything that you need to make a choice about, you can easily look at it and say, am I taking action or am I making an excuse? If you decide to take action over excuse, you're going to find that you're quickly getting what you want, the way you want it, and faster than you ever thought you could. Hopefully this is helpful. Stick around. We're going to make it through the rest of Balance Me. I hope you will too.